Hey Dragonauts, what's Dragon on? Astralsflame back here with another deck tech. We are taking a look at Selesnya Toxic today. Before I get into the deck list, please remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the newest stuff coming out for the All-Will-Be-One meta in both Standard and Explorer for deck lists. And with that, let's get Toxic. What are we looking to do with this list? We are looking to get our opponent to 10 poison counters in a couple different ways, mostly through combat. Most of our creatures here are going to have the Toxic mechanic applied to them. When they deal damage, they're going to apply poison counters. That amount of poison counters is related to their toxic level. For example, let's take a look at the Bloated Contaminator here. It is a 3-mana 4/4, which is great, and it's got Toxic 1. So when it deals damage, it puts one poison counter from Toxic onto our opponent. Now, we have a few different creatures with Toxic in this list to really push that forward. Our best creature in this list in that way is going to be tied between the Venerated Rotpriest, which alone has Toxic 1, but whenever a creature you control becomes targeted by a spell, target opponent is going to get a poison counter. So if we target our creatures while Rotpriest is out, or our opponent targets them, our opponent is going to get more poison counters and put them closer to that deadly threshold of 10. In addition, we also have Skrelv, the Defector Mite. Skrelv is a Toxic 1/1, cute little mite all on its own. The real kicker here is that Phyrexia mana you see in the text to tap it. Choosing another target creature, you choose a color. That creature is going to gain hexproof from the chosen color, and it can't be blocked by creatures of the chosen color. And it gets Toxic 1. And funny enough, Toxic does stack. So you could have 2 instances of Toxic 1 if we say did Skrelv onto our Toxic Rotpriest, or you could be super cute and use Skrelv on a Slaughter Stinger, and it'll have Toxic 2 plus Toxic 1 delivering Toxic 3. So 3 poison counters upon a connecting attack. Super awesome. We have, like I said, 2 different strategies here. The first strategy already mentioned. We attack our opponent, we deliver Toxic. So we're going to be running Rotpriest, you saw Skrelv, you saw the Slaughter Stinger. This is going to buff our creatures as we go to attack that have Toxic. We also have the Jawbone Duelist, a double striking Toxic creature, and when it deals damage, it's going to put on Toxic twice because Toxic cares about damage dealt. So double strike, double hits, double Toxic. Gotta love it. We'll go back to that Bloated Contaminator with Toxic 1. The really nice thing here is when Bloated Contaminator actually deals combat damage to a player, you get to proliferate. So not only do you hit with Toxic 1, you're furthering that by another proliferate. So you're adding an extra Toxic on top of everything you've already put in. We're also going to take a look at Skrelv's Hive here. Now, we have a selection of creatures, but we need more. So let's use our life as a resource, and we'll play what we call the new standard Bitter Blossom. We're going to spit out mites every upkeep. We lose a life, we make a mite. That mite can't block, but that mite does have Toxic. And if our opponent is corrupted, having 3 or more poison counters, anything that we have with Toxic has lifelink. Suddenly we got a 4/4 lifelinker, Rotpriest has lifelink, Skrelv has lifelink, our Crawling Chorus have lifelink. It is awesome. The only thing that's not going to get lifelink from all this is the Sarah Paragon. And Paragon here is acting as a bit of a recursion method for this list. So we can give Sarah Paragon Toxic thanks to Skrelv, but the big thing here is because we are operating on a low mana value deck, I was about to say CMC, but since we're operating on a low mana value deck, and our stuff is probably going to die to removal and be targeted, bringing it back and recasting it for extra value is going to be huge for us. So we play in 3 Sarah Paragons in the main deck in order to recast our creatures from the graveyard and bring them back in for more threats. I mean, I'm not going to be opposed to having a second Venerated Rotpriest that's been killed and getting more poison counters. Who would, right? Now, we obviously don't want our stuff to die, but we have Paragon there just in case it does. We can play it back. In the case we need to protect some things, this is going to play into our Venerated Rotpriest synergy of targeting. We are actually playing Hive our Stand as a protection piece along with Laurent's Escape. These 2 cards are going to give a creature hexproof and indestructible. Laurent's Escape is going to let you scry, so you're actually going to stack your deck just a little bit so you can see if you like the new card coming up or not. And Hive our Stand is going to be nice because you can give the creature an X +1/+1 until end of turn for the amount of mana you want to spend into it. So you have 2 separate ways you can really handle situations, either by protection or developing a little bit of card vintage, or hopefully maybe even dealing lethal. In order for our opponent to make sure that they don't accelerate ahead, and we have some removal as well, we are running some Faithful Absences here and Valorous Stances. Valorous Stance playing also into that Venerated Rotpriest synergy. since we can target our own pieces and make them indestructible, extra protection. But it is also going to let you deal with anything that has a toughness of 4 or greater, so dealing with a nasty Shearholder your opponent has. And Fateful Absence here is just an all-around great creature removal or Planeswalker removal, as we can be disrupted by annoying Planeswalkers. There's quite a few going around in the meta right now, aside from just the Wandering Emperor we know from Kamigawa. I mean, you've got to deal with the Eternal Wanderer, there's the new Jace going in, you have Vraska kicking around, Luca from time to time, so there's a lot of Planeswalkers you want to keep in mind that you want to deal with, which will bring us almost to the sideboard, because we still have to touch on 2 things and the lands that are going to help you deal with annoying situations. We make a bunch of 1/1s with Skrelv's Hive. I mean, Skrelv alone is a 1/1. So we actually play the Sea-Core in this list. The Sea-Core is nice because it does let you add mana of any color to spend on Phyrexian creature spells, which pretty much all our creatures are, except for Sarah Paragon. But boy, do we wish. However, the nice thing is, on the Corrupted mechanic, you can tap the Sea-Core to give it target 1/1 creature, +2/+1 until end of turn, so you can actually buff up your little mites. When they have lifelink, they'll gain a little bit of extra life. So, kind of helps for pushing in extra damage, maybe trading, gaining a little bit of life. All around, great card. The other option here is Mirrex. We include Mirrex as a nice little bonus of tapping for any color of mana when it comes into play for that turn. What we really love is that ability to play in mana to make another mite, and just keep making Artemis of Mites to push our opponent closer to those 10 poison counters. Now, talking to the sideboard. The sideboard is quite nice here. Actually, we have a few different options. So if you're up against a mid-range shell, playing in enchantments and artifacts, Bank Busters and Fabled Mirrorbreakers, we have Cankerblooms. Cankerbloom is going to be able to destroy either of those, or as a worst case, you can proliferate it and then, replay with Sarah Paragon, reproliferate again. If you need extra protection pieces, we've got Safekeeping and extra stances. Other removal comes in the form of Loran. If your opponent's hard on aggro and you need to stabilize, the Wandering Emperor is going to have your back. I know in Planeswalkers, we've got those other Fateful Absences as well. And in a control matchup, when you just aren't sure your spells are going to resolve because counter spells are a thing, we're going to look to get down in a Johnny Sleep Rage and get that ult rolling. And we only simply need to cast the spell. It doesn't even need to resolve. Just cast it. And then your opponent's going to start getting even more poison counters. So this deck can really deliver a toxic way to win. But boy howdy, can it be fun. So Dragonauts, please enjoy the games.
We got Skrelv into Jawbone is nice because of that double strike. I'm going to keep. Opponent is going first, but these two can carry a game. That is effectively 4 Toxic a turn if Jawbone connects. An opponent mulligan to 5. Yikes, let's just go ahead and play out Skrelv here. Get our little Skrelv rolling. I'm playing a Bank Buster. I'll just go ahead and play in a Forest, and we'll drop in our Duelist. And we are going to poke in for 1 poison. Now, I could have held up Skrelv for protection on the Jawbone Duelist, but frankly, I'm alright. Play this in, drop in a Bloated Contaminator. Tap this, pay for Phyrexian, target our Jawbone Duelist. We're gonna name Red. Red creature can't block it. And they're gonna go up right to 5 Toxic. Because Toxic cares about connecting on damage, so Double Strike makes it trigger twice. Reasons why it's an awesome mechanic, the Double Strike. I want to go in for a draw. So not looking like they got removal there. Let's just go ahead and do Skrelv right now for the Jawbone Duelist. And I'm gonna choose red, right? And they just concede. Works perfect for me. So game 1, kind of quick, got in there with the Double Strike and Toxic. Game 2 going in, we are bringing in a little bit extra safety stuff. Cameo Safekeeping, Valor Stances, Cankerblooms for dealing with artifacts and enchantments, and Tyvar Stand as well. Let's go ahead and see how game 2 goes. But I am going to keep. I like Duelists, and I like some protection pieces. 1 Razorverge Thicket going into play. watch out here. I wonder if they do have a counter spell. There might be something. They played in tap. If this doesn't make disappear, it kind of hurts. So I think we'll just play it safe past the turn. Watch them play in another land and play a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Duress is alright. Well, Duress, even if they get rid of Homestead Courage, we can just recast it. So it's either Stance or Tyvar. It's probably Tyvar Stand, I guess. Yeah. And they still playing 2. Go ahead and cast in Cankerbloom. Looks like I was right about the Make Disappear. 2 mana is still open and its interaction on a spell in the stack. What are you gonna do? Blood Tithe Harvester, sure. Alright, still holding up that mana. So my venture here is if I go to cast the Jawbone Duelist, they're gonna use a Make Disappear or a kill spell on the Cankerbloom. I don't see much of the point of using a kill spell on the Cankerbloom, but I do see the point of a Make Disappear tying me in here. And then the Blood Tithe Harvester just being able to remove the Jawbone Duelist. Because I don't have a way to keep it hexproof or keep it safe, right? But I am just going to go and attempt to poke in for 3. Give Cankerbloom Indestructible. There's the Make Disappear. Now we get the trade. Okay. So we were right playing around the Make Disappear that we saw. There's Fable. Doesn't look like they have a cut down in hand, which is kind of nice. So we don't have Corruption. We are just going to go ahead and use Homestead Courage on our Duelist here. Get us a nice 3/3 Double Striker. And attempt to connect. This will put our opponent right up to 2 poison and 14 life as we drop in that second Jawbone Duelist. Not discarding anything. I'm gonna say no blocks and take the 2. Was a Brotherhood's End. Unfortunate for us, but we are in top deck mode at least, but really hitting those land drops we don't want to see. That is going to be a problem. Yeah, really seeing those lands I don't want to see. Leaving Fable up, like, choosing between Fable and Bankbuster is a little tricky in this situation because the draw on the Fable. Sorry, the draw on the Bankbuster, but Fable up untapped and able to be active next turn, I think it's just going to be even worse than getting an extra card on turn. Fable just does so much more. You have Mirrors in the deck? I believe I do, too. I should. I absolutely should. And they just have to go for the throat. Might just be taking the game here. Might just be losing this one and they take the game. Yep, another land. We're gonna scoop up game 2 here. 3 lands in a row. Not what we're looking for. So game 2, a little bit of a lance flooded in all the wrong ways. So going into game 3 here, we're just gonna bring back in Skrelv's Hive. We've taken out Cankerbloom, a couple stances. Just hoping to solidify a board state and toxic our opponent out. So let's see how it goes. Better? Probably yes. I made this deck about a week ago, Arcan. It has not gone through. It's proper updates, if you will. But no, ossification absolutely would be better. 100%. No question. To be honest, I'm probably going to restructure the deck because I feel like ossification should be in the main. We need some removal in the main instead of just the sideboard. Standard, you got it. You got it. I'm at least off to a decent start here, though, right? Like, Rotpriest plus Hive? This is good. Fortunate about the Abrade, but our Mighty Mites still may get some damage done. Effeblé. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna go and attack here. And I'm gonna Hive our stand for 2. Pass the turn over. If they play a big creature, we have the Valor stance. The rest, eh? Okay. I don't think it's worth letting them take the Valor stance or the... If I use the safekeeping, I lose the stance, right? Another Hive is kind of nice here. Here, Grimmer, perfect, 2 clones. Let me get you added there, friend. If you want to add me as well, there is my code friend. So there's Shelly. Now our mites are starting to take over here, right? Which is kind of nice. Now they already know about the Ganjo. Not worth doing right now. Yeah, I'll do it to save a mite. I'll save a mite. He's still active here, which is unfortunate. Weird. Yeah. Makes me curious why they did that. This is unfortunate. Skrelv kind of helps. Well, let's give them something to worry about, right? Okay. You don't have a blood token, which is nice at the moment. I mean, they'd have to Kiki here first for blood token. And their Go for the Throat only hits 1 target, my Job 1 Duelist. Sure, that's fine. Can only use that as a sorcery, and there is game 3. Alright, Skrelv into Skrelv's Hive. I love. We have a protection piece, Slaughter Stinger. I'm gonna keep. A little Defector Mite is gonna go places. I can feel it. Mirrex is nice, but I don't think I want to play that just yet. I'll play in Boseiju. We're gonna attack in with the Mite first. Alright, we'll go on the Skrelv's Hive here. I didn't know if they had a cut down or not. I wanted to test. Blood Tide Harvester. Seed Core is useful here. I think I'll play in the Secor. I have Laurent's Escape as an instant. We're gonna tap this for a white. We'll save it for a green. Play in our Slaughter Stinger. Say no attack and pass the turn. We'll hold up that Laurent's Escape. We also have Skrelv's ability to protect something else. We get to Laurent's Escape here. Land on top. Don't think we need the land. Skrelv has now got a Hexproof for the turn. Our little defector might is going places. Ivar. Okay, Tyvar is annoying. They're gonna bring back a Blood Tithe Harvester probably. And then use its effect again. Yeah, I'm just gonna give protection to this and say it's from black. And magically like that, I'm looking pretty good. We are just gonna go and attack. So Tyvar is gonna bite the dust here. Tyvar will bite the dust here. Our opponent had a good, healthy Toxic 4, and we've got a nice steady board state rolling here. If they're going to go ahead and do that, I'm just going to go ahead and target my Bloated Contaminator. Let's give it protection from black for the turn. Skrelv is going to bite the dust. I could try to buff it twice, but either way the Hive is going down. So I don't even bother. They just take out Skrelv's hide here. Because that's how Unleash the Inferno works. And there's game one. So game one, didn't really have to get the Toxic down, but we did hold up a strong board state. Going into game two, we're bringing a little bit more protection on the Tamiyo safekeeping, an enchantment and artifact removal, and with Cankerbloom and Laurent to deal with Fable. I've dropped the ossifications for this time, so let's go ahead and see how game two goes. All right, Hive, Jawbone, and Contaminator. I am gonna keep. I was playing the Overgrown Farmland to start. We'll probably go into Hive on turn two. Playing Skrelv's Hive. Hey, what's going on, Donger? How you doing? Welcome in, friend. Did they say when default basic land will start? No, they didn't. James! Oh my goodness, my dude, what is going on? Welcome in, everyone, from James. James, my dude, how is your night going, friend? What is up in the house? You know, welcome in. Can we please get a shout out for the One Jane? What is going on, everyone? My name is Astralsflame. I am a DGen teammate of the One Jane. I am playing some Selesnya Toxic right now before I get into some other Jundi brews later, but we're testing out a theory. And so far the deck's doing some stuff. We had a game concede by turn 4 by the opponent. So we're pretty toxic. We're pretty toxic. How was your stream, James? What did you get up to? What was going on today? Laurent's Escape is kind of nice. The Hexproof Indestructible, so I could theoretically attack in with the Contaminator to start pushing that Toxic. I also kind of like dropping in a Duelist here. I want to have a blocker up for the Glissa so we don't lose the Hive. So I think to start off, we're going to tap this for a white, tap our Forest, and we'll go on a Jawbone Duelist. Let's go ahead and connect with the Contaminator. Obliterator, Fight Club, Atraxa, Reanimator, and the Uwu Control. Ooh, I like it, I like it. You know what, yeah. I like Contaminator living here. Hey, Big, what's going on, friend? How you doing? Welcome in. Alright, get to proliferate. I am not proliferating anything of the opponents. And I'll pass the turn here. I'm gonna hold on to the Homesick Courage at the moment. So Azorius Control. I tried the Reanimator. I've been hearing that go around a bit these days. Alright, getting the treasure. 6 mana open. I'm just gonna take the damage. I don't really want to lose the Jawbone Duelist to a trade on a 2/2. My guess is they have Unleashed the Invoke Despair. That's fine. I lose the Hive, but ooh. Alright. This is nice. I like that was a good draw. Oh. Boom diada, 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 boom diada. And we just attack. That's a crew of 3, my friend. Reflection does not crew it. And we get to kill on the Reflection? Oh, beautiful. Oh, and they take even more poison? Oh, I love it. Fantastic. Yeah, I think I just want to hang on to Boseiju right now. Oh, eat Toxic just feels so good. At least for me. I'll just take it, it's fine. I think anything they target's gonna be an issue. Ah! I'm glad it didn't trade then. Contaminator stays alive. And they just committed 2 removal spells on the board. I can live with that. I can live with that. We're gonna play in Jawbone Duelist into Canker Bloom and play the Boseiju down so that we can proliferate them up to 9 if they decide to try to kill Canker Bloom here. Fable of Mirror Breaker is all good. Alright, well, let's go ahead and just C-core up our Jawbone Duelist. Opponent has no responses, so, yeah. We just poke, and then I'm just gonna do the dirty and proliferate. There we go! I'm gonna keep cause Hive. Hive on 2 in the Jawbone. Maybe. Maybe later. Ooh, Rotpriest on 1? Yes. I'm gonna jam this on 1. It's either Jund or aggro. This is the oil aggro? Yeah, it's Jund, alright. I'm fine with this. Let's go Hive. Say no attacks. It is new. More than likely, this is the list from the standard game challenge. Yeah, this is exactly the list from the metagame challenge. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I don't like playing it on Naked Rotpriest, but sometimes you gotta. The metagame challenge happens, I believe it's a once a week type of deal, but effectively what goes on is you queue in for like a best of 1, best of 3 environment and battle it out for play-in points to queue in to the qualifiers. One of the Jund Brews managed to go 7-0. One of the Jund Brews went 7-0. Fable, right? Fable's fine. If they don't use the cut down here, then I'm okay next turn. Even better now.
Oh, yeah.
Randy Savage Garden, welcome into the Emerald Dragon Legion as a Dragonaut. Hope your Tuesday night's going great, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your awesome follower emotes. You're our 5th follower of the week. Let us go. So I'm worried that they do have a cut down. And I think, bear in mind, I'm not going to play in the second Slaughter Stinger because of that. What I will do, however, is give my board +1/+1, make this a 4, dealing 4 damage and 2 toxic, and my other might doing some damage. And then I just hold up a Laurent's Escape. And because we'll be at 3 Corrupted here, my creatures will now have the lifelink. And I can just hold up Laurent's Escape if they try to kill anything, and then drop in the second Slaughter Stinger. They discarded 2 lands, okay. Going for Invoke Despair kinda sucks for me. I'm gonna lose my Hive. I don't like losing Hive, but we still are gonna get in for damage. Thing. Fully committing to attack to get a treasure for something. Sacrifice is a non-token. Right, well... Probably gonna be my Slaughter Stinger. Unless I actually sack the Duelist. Laurent Escape my Stinger. See a Rotpriest on top to keep. Block the 2/2. Right? And then go Stinger, Rotpriest, and put them up to 6 toxic. And down to 9. And then anything they try to target, we'll put them up more. I do like Skrelv. Play this in so they have something they can do. I'm just gonna go right for it. Thing's pretty big right now. So this is lethal, right? It's toxic, so they have to do their blocks. They have to do some kill spells. It did work out, though. It did work out. That's game. All right. So we had them at 10 and 9. Nice. All right, so game 1, a little bit close, but we did end up getting there with a double kill on the poison and the life. So game 2, knowing the opponent's playing like a Jund Gek, this is Jund midrange, we are bringing in ways to deal with Fable of the Beardbreaker, namely Cankerbloom and Laurent III. There's more than likely a Tyvar in that list, so we're also bringing in the Wandering Emperor as well, ensuring that any of the 2-drops that they try to tap, we can exile and they're not able to recur to stop that engine in its tracks. So let's go ahead and see how game 2 goes. Also, Chorus and Cankerbloom and Stinger aren't the worst. I actually should have cut the Stingers, but because like this isn't as great when I'm on the draw. Hey, what's going on, X? How you doing tonight? I'm doing well. Doing well. I am gonna keep though. Still 1-drop, 2-drop. Xander's Lounge. Ooh. Wait, was I way off that? Are you? Hold up, wait. Were they? Grixis? I'm confused. Weren't they playing Jund colors last? So confused. 4-color, maybe? I am so confused. I'm actually gonna go for the Faithful Absence here. Maybe transformational sideboard, maybe? I like taking out the... Oh, no, there it is. Oh, they could be a Traxxas Scoop. They could be a Traxxas. That's relevant. Okay, we are going to play in Cankerbloom here. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and blow up the Bankbuster and deny them any more draws, because they just spent a turn trying to draw something, right? It does seem like aggressive. Lissa, alright. Lissa's annoying. Again, going for that draw. Okay. Alright, well, if I do Mirrex and Cankerbloom... Yeah, this is fine, because I can tap this for... Green, white, Cankerbloom. Poke in for 3. I'm making them try to see if they want to block. I'm double checking their stuff. Alright, they didn't. Damn. Almost got him. I shouldn't have highlighted the Valor stance in my hand. I get that was a dead giveaway. That was my bad. 100% my bad. Invoking Despair on me is actually fine. I'll just get a Mighty Might. Yeah, I'll take a Mighty Might. They don't attack. Pick it in. Okay. Valor stands the 3-2 to get the Glissa trade. The ledges. Oh, very true, Surreal. Itching and Invoke Despair. Well, Glissa goes down. That helps a little bit. Opponent is at 8. Brotherhood's End kind of sucks, but let's just go ahead and proliferate. Too Fable, alright. I mean, they're at 8. I'll do my Blighted Contaminator here and just end the turn. If they try to go for a kill on Contaminator, I have Escape. And they already used like an Invoke and ditched an Invoke, so I'm doubtful there's a third. I mean, if there is, they just take the game. Go to attack me. Take the block, actually. I need to scry. I'm losing the creature, and okay, it's indestructible, so I won't lose the creature. But I need to scry. I'm sure it's 4. It's probably 4. Skrelv. Is Skrelv what I'm looking for right now? I kind of feel like not. Skrelv doesn't feel like what I want off the top there. Numa. Third Invoke Despair gone. Wow. I'm not gonna put Fable up to 3. I don't want them doing any copy shenanigans there. They can just stick at 7 poison. Alright, 4. So we're definitely putting on pressure here. This is gonna come back in. I need a way to deal with Kalissa. Ew, and Scrap Gorger. I'm at 3. Yeah, well, Murex, do your thing. Get a 1/1 might. Hive is actually kind of useful, not gonna lie. Is it worth me attacking, though? Don't think so. I don't have a favorable attack at the moment. Ew. Yeah, that's just gonna kill my might no matter what. Okay. Discarding a Brotherhood's End. It's fair, that doesn't do anything here. Okay, so they heal back to 4. Glissa connect, like Glissa attacks, and I have to block with the Contaminator. I don't have a choice, because then Glissa can just opt to destroy Skrelv's Hive. So I'm kind of at a point here where I have to do the block. Skrelv's Hive is just how I can win, right? They did not, though. Okay, well, Murex for another little might. Skrelv's a good draw. Skrelv's a good draw. I like seeing Skrelv here. Skrelv, buddy. Oh, buddy. Skrelv, you doing me favors, friend. We are not going to attack. And they didn't use Kiki at end step to make a copy of Scrap Gorger, which I find very curious. I am gonna take the Glissa damage here. Yeah, I'm fine taking the Glissa damage here. Glissa actually just gives me the game by blowing up Skrelv's Hive. Yeah, we just have the game. Ah, look at this. We did it. We have a functional Selesnya Toxic list. Let's frickin' go. I can just get away here. So all I have to do is name red on this. Yeah. Now they are going to have to do some weird blocks. Let's see if they actually use Fable at all. No, they didn't copy with Fable. That's just game. Their way out of this was to make a copy with Reflection of the Scrap Gorger to block the Contaminator, because this is Toxic too, and has Trample, and then I Proliferate. That was the only way they had out of this. Just because I can. It's just because I can. GG, there we go. That's all the Toxic we needed. Hey, we have a functioning list, let's go. Hey Dragonauts, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. It's always appreciated. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, it helps out the channel. And as always, keep believing. I'll see you next time.